Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Tech Team Open House. Starting here on the Tech Team webpage, where you can see myself right there on the left, Patrick Jones, and then Mike Fox in the middle, Technology Support Specialist. So I'm the Director of Technology, handle a lot of the instructional stuff and the administrative. But Mike Fox is Technology Support Specialist, handles a lot of the repairs. Many of you have swapped out computers have talked to him. And then there's Assistant Technology Support Specialist Zach Hardesty, who is also our Infinite Campus Manager and jack of all trades, and awesome to be working with him. So welcome to our webpage. It's part of the departments and then technology. And then you go to the technology page where you see some of the online resources, distant learning resources, usage policies and agreement, and troubleshooting tips. Well, to get started today, we're going to let you navigate with how students would. And I'm going to pass it over to Zach, who's going to demonstrate some of the Infinite Campus logins and what you have with Parent Portal. So Zach, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Patrick. So on our webpage, if you go up to the top, there is a link. Let me share my screen real quick. All right, at the top of our webpage, there is a Infinite Campus Logon button. If you click that, it will ask you if you are a campus student or a campus parent. Now, this is a web browser interface here. If you go onto your phone's mobile app store, you can download an app called Campus Student or Campus Parent, and you can have the app experience on your phone. Today, I'm going to be using the Campus Parent. So we're going to log in as a parent here. So this is what you should see on the parent login page. You go ahead and click Login. Whenever you log into the parent portal, you're going to be greeted with this screen here. This is going to show you any district announcements, any school announcements below that. If you have any messages that were sent through Infinite Campus into your portal inbox, they would show up right here. Up in the top right corner, you're going to see this little bell up here. That's like a little notification bell. If you have any updated grades for any of your children, your students, they will show up under here. This little person icon, if you click that, and this is a fake name, by the way, all names and identifiable information has been scrambled in here. If you click settings, you can go in here and you can check your notification settings. You can set notifications for when your assignments are scored, when grades are updated, low lunch balance alerts, and anytime attendance or any of this stuff is updated. If we go back here and go to account settings, here you can update accounts, security emails and such. Under contact preferences, we have a place where you can put your cell phone number, work phone number, other phone numbers, your email address, and down here below that, you can set up your contact preferences. Current devices will show you which devices you currently have logged in using your account, and the access log will tell you when you were accessed, when your account was accessed last. So back over here on the left side, if we click today, that's going to bring up your first student. And like I said, all of this is fake information. So Jessica here is one of our children, and this is going to show what Jessica would see in this student portal, but I am as a parent right now. It's going to show Jessica's schedule, assignments that are due today and due tomorrow. It's going to show food service balance. So this is what Jessica has in her lunch account right here. If we go up to the top, we can actually click this little person icon and we can toggle between our different children that we have enrolled in Valley Park. So I could go to Chris, and that's going to bring up all of Chris's information. You click Michelle, it's going to bring up Michelle's information. Let's go back to Jessica. So over here on the left side, we have today. So this is the today screen. This kind of shows you an overview of what the student has to do today. If we click calendar, it's going to show you what the student has on their agenda for the rest of the month as far as assignments go. If you click each of these days with a dot, it's going to show you the assignment that's on there, and you can click this assignment to access it. If we click schedule, it's going to show the schedule for the day. And if we click attendance, it's going to show any attendance marks that may have occurred with the student. If we click assignments, it's going to show a list of running assignments. This student, we've put this student into Miss LeBaume's first grade class. So if we scroll through here, we can see today, here's today's assignments. We can click one of these. Doesn't appear to be coming up. Here's one. So here is the assignment for today, and here are instructions down here. The teacher has put in instructions and links that you can click that will take you out to the lesson. Let's go back. Over here on grades, we can see any grades that have been posted. Obviously, right now, there will not be any grades posted. If we click gradebook updates, that's going to show you any updates that the teacher has done to the gradebook. Whenever assignments are scored, they would show up here. Attendance will show any attendance marks, whether absent or tardy, for any of the courses that the student may be enrolled in. Schedule simply shows the student schedule. And you can actually click this, and you can see grades for this course, and you can see upcoming assignments for this course as well. If we go down here and click food service, this is going to show you all 3 of your children, or however many children you have in your household, and it's going to show their lunch balance. From here, we can choose one of these students, and then we can see whenever we had deposits made, we can print this report. And we can also change our time frame. We can show the entire year if we want to. Fees would show any fees that may be associated with the student. We don't have fees turned on right now in the sandbox, which is the location that we're in. Normally you would see any fees that the student may have here. Documents or any documents that the office needs you to sign. If we click more, you can actually go in here and you can change your address information, or you can see what your address information is. It looks like we have it disabled right here for this particular school. Different buildings have different options in their portal. Course registration, that's for middle school and high school. Demographics. This will show you any information regarding the student demographics. And like I said, all of this info has been scrambled. Important dates. This is just kind of a calendar of events that the school has put in the calendar. Mainly this is going to be used for whenever there's no students on campus. Lockers will show you locker information if the student has been assigned a locker. Transportation will show any transportation information that the school has entered. So it looks like Jessica will be riding bus 1. She gets picked up at 7:44 a.m. at 123 Fake Street. Online registration, everyone should be pretty familiar with this. Most of you completed one of these this summer. This is how you do your annual update, or if you have a new student that you want to enroll, this is how you do that. An absence request, you can actually go in here and let the school know that Chris and Jessica are going on a vacation or they're sick, and it's going to be a full day absence. Sick with a cold. There you go. If we go back over here to more, that pretty much covers this. Let's go back to assignments. Assignments is the big thing. So whenever you click assignments, it takes you straight to today. It will show you the assignments that you have here and the rest of the term, actually. It will take you all the way out through the end of the term. You can also view previous assignments. You can see I'm already back up here to August 24th. Assignments that are past due are not locked. You can still go in here and you can see this assignment and you can see the instructions and click the links. If the links would still work, if it's still a valid link, it would work, I should say. So that's pretty much it for the assignments tab. If you go back up to today, you can also do the same thing from here. Today's learning plan, September 8th. I'm going to click that and it takes you right into the assignment. And remember, this assignment was blank. Let's click this one. And here's that assignment. Same thing over here on the right side. If you want to click the homeroom or PE or music or art, this will also take you to the course information. And you can view the upcoming assignments here as well. And that's pretty much it for Student Portal. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Patrick.
All right, thank you, Zach. Now I am going to share my screen to show you what happens after that student clicks on some of those assignments. So let us open. So if that student clicks on there and goes to Google, because the teacher is using a Google Classroom, what they'll do is it'll take them to Google or directly to the classroom. But if it's their first time in, they'll sign in. And here's how they sign in with their Valley Park. So it is, they put in their email address that's the same as their 365 one and hit next. And what it's going to do, since we're single sign-on, is it will redirect over to Microsoft. And so they'll have to put in their email again. And then their password. And then once they sign in, it'll take them straight to their Google site. And it shows them logged in at the top, because if I click on the B up there, it shows their account, okay? And if I click on the waffle, it shows all of the G Suite resources. In our case, we're gonna go to Classroom. So once you get into the Classroom, you get a chance to see some of the classes that they have available. So we're gonna do middle school choir. And in here you can see that there's notices in the stream section so the teacher can post information, and also some resources in there as well. You can see people section, which is where you see all the students that are in there. And then you also see the classwork. So in the classwork, you click on the assignment and information pops up that the students can click on and complete. And then they submit it back in there. They also have their availability for their Google Calendar and a class drive folder in there. So that is what they would work on in the Google Classroom. And then to get back, they just click on the main menu and go back to their classes. And now you see all their other classes. Come back in here, they can see the assignment that's listed, whether it's a YouTube video embedded within here, elements like that. All right, but some teachers also use Microsoft Teams. So in Teams, once they log into 365, same username and password, they would see their 365 portal with all of their apps over to the left, and they would scroll down to Teams. Once they get into Teams, they will see their available teams that they have by clicking on Teams. Nice. And we see library resources, Mrs. Shamel, and a demo class. So if we click on Mrs. Shamel's class, we have the ability to see a lot of information in there. We go to the high school demo class. we can kind of see some of the information. Again, posts is like stream in Google. Okay, you have channels over here that are your units or however the teacher decides to do it. Files, again, is a OneDrive that's available for just this class. They have documents that can be created in here, and everybody shares the same ability to edit them, except for the class materials, which is owned and only editable by the teacher. There's a class notebook. There's also the ability to have assignments posted by the teacher in here if they want to do that as well. So now let me go back to our district webpage. Now in our district webpage, I'm going to go to the main district webpage. You will find resources available by clicking here. And by clicking here, it'll open up the distance learning homepage. The distance learning homepage has a lot of information here, whether it's internet access for distance learning, the student portal and parent portal, schedules for the classes. The menu on the side has a lot of information. Edgenuity, tutor.com, which is available from the county library, parent expectations, student expectations, and messages to families if you want to catch up or think you might miss something. So all of these resources are available from the homepage of the district website, as well as the Infinite Campus login, as well as going to departments and technology. Now on the technology page, if you scroll down a little bit, there's technology troubleshooting tips. Clicking on that will open a page that has some technology tips, some things that we've noticed as we've worked on computers over the past couple of weeks that are common issues. So usually logging into the computer is pretty simple. You log in, the students use their 5-digit PIN number, which is also the last 5 digits of their student number. And that'll get them to the desktop and allow them to work with that. Whether they use Chrome or Edge, they can choose between browsers to work with whichever resources the teachers need them to. Sometimes the computers have issues. Most of the time, the issues can be fixed with a restart because a lot of the stuff requires a lot of memory. So make sure you shut down the devices every night. Other issues, though, are related to the hardware needing to be fixed. Usually when you restart the computer, if there's still issues with the camera or the microphone or the keyboard thumbpad, or you see no boot device found, honestly, put in a student or parent request and we can replace the device for you. There's also the ability to log into Infinite Campus Student Portal. Make sure you understand what your username and password is on that. If you have any issues with that, email infinitecampus@vp.k12.mo.us and Zach, it'll go straight to Zach and he will jump right on it and get you taken care of. A lot of times with Zoom uses a lot of resources. So a couple tips on that is to make sure that you use the speaker view where only you see the person who's speaking. That'll help, especially when you get into Zoom fatigue, because then you can focus just on the person speaking instead of every face that's there. And it also allows the computer to only need to process one video feed coming in. Sometimes the network bandwidth is an issue if there's Fortnite going on or people streaming videos. So it helps if you close some of that out, closing out tabs that are on the computer that aren't being used. That'll help with the computer being able to process that Zoom video. And then just make sure that there's not too many items on the network and that you're kind of close to where that router is so that the computer doesn't have to go too far, like if you're in the backyard or something. Logging into 365, a lot of times when you're on our district device, when you log into computer, it's going to log you into 365 automatically. But if you're using your own device or a phone, you can get there by going to office.com/login. And it'll get you right there with your username and password. If you're logging into Google, sometimes we've noticed that the issues with Google resources is that people have already logged in with a different Google account that is not a district one. So making sure that you change the sign-in of who is using it. So if it's your personal one, changing it to the school one, and that'll allow you to access the classroom a lot better. So change it at the sign-in in the top right, clicking on that ID will let you log out of the personal account and sign in with your Valley Park one. But after all of those things that are going on, well, Zach, do you have anything to contribute? as far as anything you've noticed?
I have not.
All right, those seem to be the big ones that we've come across over the past couple weeks. So thanks, Zach, for that. If you do happen to have issues, though, definitely there is a link. It's here and it's on the district webpage. It's VPS Student Tech. And what it is, it's a form that parents and students can fill out, putting in your name, your phone number, and your email, along with the student's name and student's grade, which is very important so we can isolate down. Go ahead and mention whether it's a hardware issue, whether you need an account reset, because we can't reset it without this. If you just go into Microsoft because we forgot our password and you do the forgot password, we won't reset it from that process. We need it to be from this process so we can communicate with you on what the changed password is. If you have an Infinite Campus issue, click on it, whether it's Office 365 or other, if it's Google or just something else. Go ahead and submit that to us. It'll go to Mike, Zach, and myself, and we will make sure that we get that taken care of as soon as possible to make sure the students can get back to learning. Or if at any time you need something else or just questions, feel free to email us because we have no problem with responding to emails. And again, if you go back to the technology page by going to the departments and technology, and you see our lovely faces right there, know that our emails and our phones are listed there. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any other questions or need any other forms of support. And we're going to do our best to point you in the right direction if we can't take care of it ourselves. So in closing, it's been a great start to the year. We're hoping that the students keep building up their technology skills, working hard, staying together, trusting in the process, and we're all going to work towards this so we can have a healthy, safe learning environment for everyone.